join me. Let's do some art.
Well, I really hope you enjoyed the intro. Either way, you will be seeing it often during this upcoming year. You know, I usually avoid appearing in front of the camera during my videos, but I thought this would be a nice alternative to see you face to face. So I'm back. As you can see, I took all the holiday season off. I also took all of January off. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday time, and so far the new year has treated you well. I enjoyed getting a little break from editing and filming, but of course I still did some artwork here and there. I also thought a little bit about my channel and how I want to continue in this coming year. I am of course continuing the 4 core art challenges, and my next video for that will come up this Friday. So this week you get 2 videos. Yes, now today's video is not making art together. It is more of a chat video and showing you a few things. So anyway, while I took a break, I came to the conclusion that I need to not put myself under the pressure of posting every week. When I first started my channel, my projects were much simpler. That took me less time to complete, and therefore the editing was way simpler as well. And I actually used to post 3 times a week, then 2 times a week, then 1 time a week. But now, especially with making a lot of assemblage pieces, my process is way longer. Sometimes it takes me days to complete a project. Then, of course, I have also lots more footage to go through, and so the editing takes a lot longer as well. And I find myself under pressure trying to get it done for Fridays. Sometimes I actually look for projects that are very simple so I can post on that Friday. Now, nothing wrong with simple projects, but I like to post when I have something done, when I'm ready with something. And if that is not every Friday, then so be it. I just don't need extra pressure. Now, nobody put me under that. It was all my own doing. But I like to post whenever I have something for you. Now, it might be weekly, it might even be twice a week, but there may also be a week or 2 where I don't post. And that doesn't mean that I'm sick or something happened, but I'm just not ready. So in the past, I used to apologize when I don't post weekly, but I think that's not really necessary. So to all of you who watch my channel and my videos, I am so grateful that you like what I make. I enjoy your comments so much, and I hope you stick around even though it might not come up weekly. And yes, it might be a little disappointment to you, but I will try to bring to you content that I'm really happy with, that I stand completely behind, and that you hopefully find inspiring. So enough of that. That is part 1. And now for part 2. I just posted a bunch of stuff on Etsy. During my break, I was able to tidy and clean up and reorganize my art room, and I pulled out a lot of supplies that I know I won't be using. Either there are a surplus of things, like for instance, I have a lot of broken jewelry pieces, and most of them I use in all of my assemblages. But there are also items that are harder to include, and I had a lot of them, so some of them went into my D-stash. I also had a lot of ephemera, I had a lot of fiber articles, stamps, you name it, all kinds of things. And I kind of sorted them out into different boxes. Here is the picture. And so all those boxes are ready, available on my Etsy store. I also have a bunch of vintage items, books, and different brochures available. I also made these mixed media packages here. They have over 50 pages from old books, script papers, photo pages. We have scorecards, we have playing cards, odds and ends, maps, pictures from encyclopedia, encyclopedias, dictionaries, and you name it. So there's a bunch of those in my store as well. And they're all listed under a folder called D-Stash. So please do have a look over there. And aside from the D-Stash folder, of course, my store is stocked well with my art. And also the month of February, I actually have a sale going on. So everything is on discount. So please have a look around. Maybe there are some supplies you can use. Maybe you like to buy some of my art. Your support, of course, helps me with my artistic endeavors. So that's all I had for Etsy, I believe. Oh, of course, the link to my Etsy store is below in my description box. It's called Ina's Art Room, all one word. So now on to the next things. During January, I was still quite busy. A lot of babysitting because I have 2 grandkids living upstairs. I also did a renovation together with my husband. We painted and we got, little things that kind of spruce up your place. New curtains and a new rug and some new light fixtures and those kind of things. And especially new decoration pieces. Some of my things have been there for too long, so I wanted to do something new. Especially on one big wall, there's a big mantelpiece, there's a TV, and I wanted to create a gallery wall. And so I did. I got all the supplies secondhand, and this is the way it came out. So I'm quite happy with the way it looks, and you may have noticed that there are 2 framed abstract pictures, one on each side. Now the one on the right I had made a few years back, but I didn't have the right piece for the other side. So I created an abstract, and here it is. It's more or less abstract flower design. I picked these really bright colors. It's acrylic paint and some alcohol ink. It has some texture. It's very, very simple, but it really fit well into this rustic frame and in my wall. So here it is. There's my little abstract. So that's that. Then I also worked on an old book. It's 100 years old. It's really heavy and very broken. So here is this quick video I made just so you see what it looked like when I first got it. This is the way it looks now. I repaired it, I put it all back together. Of course, I'm not a professional book restorator, but I could never pay a professional to put this back together. And I love old books. Now, I did look this up online, and it is not a rare edition, so it's not worth a whole lot of money. But I just like the looks of it. I like the embossing on the cover. I like that it's such a heavy, big book, and it's somewhat of an encyclopedia. It's called the Volume Library. Now, as you can see, the cover is now nice and strong and hard. I used cardboard from another old book. I have no idea why the original book had such a flimsy cover. Then I repaired all this, and wherever there was material missing, I added just some green paper close enough to the original color. Now, I did make one boo-boo. I ripped the first page here. I just wasn't careful. This book is very heavy, a little hard to handle. Anyway, every repair I had to do on these pages, on the cover, and on a few of the other pages, I did with white tissue paper. It looks a lot better than using tape, and it's very, very strong. Another thing I added is a very heavy-duty linen spine. It's a piece of linen I attached to the front cover. It goes all behind the signature and attaches to the back cover. And it really keeps everything aligned together. It attached the loose pages again and just makes the book strong. The spine itself also got a bit of more flexible cardboard in it, just to give it more body to help this book retain its shape, because it is so big and so heavy. The back also got repaired. So now I can enjoy it. It lives in my living room. I love going through these old type of books. Of course, the information is in here, or at least a lot of it. It's quite outdated, but that's what makes it fun to read it. So here is my very big and very heavy book. Now for smaller things, well, I went with a friend to one of these pottery studios where they have ready-made items that you can then paint and there put it in the kiln for you. And so I made this project here. As you could see, it's a hand, and the picture shows it to you before it went into the kiln. And this is the way it looks when it came out. I like the ombre effect. I think it came out pretty cool. And the reason I picked this is because I am thinking I could eventually include this in one of my assemblage pieces. So there's my little hand. That's something I made. So that was kind of some of the more artistic things I worked on, not too much into art, but just little projects I did so in between. Now I had a little extra time, which was very welcoming. And so what I did some puzzles. I don't know about you, but when I grew up, I loved puzzles. I did them with my kids when they were little, and then I didn't do any of them for a long time. And even today, even though I really like them, I rarely have time. But when I do, I really enjoy them. I know there's many people that say puzzles are boring because you already know what the final picture will look like, so why spend the time on putting it back together? But I find it very soothing. It's nearly meditative. It's very tranquil. You can listen to podcasts, you can listen to music. I just really enjoy it. So here's a couple of puzzles I made. I love this one with gradient colors here. It wasn't too hard to do and it was a lot of fun. So there's a photo. And then I did this one, which is completely different. It's a big cupboard with lots of interesting details. It was rather big and it's made out of wood. It wasn't the highest quality, but it worked all right. So here's that one. So those are my puzzles. I have a few more I want to work on, but not yet. When I get my next break, I guess. So let me quickly look through my little list here. I think that was all the things I wanted to show you. Yes, I will close with just something else that's always been on my bucket list. You know, one of those things you always wanted to do or you always wanted to learn. It's nothing that big, it's something very doable, and that's to solve a Rubik's Cube. It's something that's been around for a long time, and I very much got into watching these young speed cubers who solve these puzzles, and it's very interesting and just kind of amazing. It definitely takes a young mind to learn this quickly and to retain it, because you need to learn certain algorithm to solve it. And if you're into that kind of stuff, the speed cubing community is really fun, but it definitely is a young person sport. And the guy who can do it the fastest, I think it's now under the 3x3 here, which this is. It's under 4 seconds. It's unbelievable. So no, I'm nowhere there, but I learned to solve it, and I had a little video here in the end where you can see me do so. You absolutely don't have to watch it. It was just one of those fun things I wanted to add right at the end of this video. So that's it. That's all. I hope you didn't mind me just going on and chit-chatting with you. I really enjoyed my time with you. I hope you will be around this next year watching my video, and as I mentioned in the beginning, my next one will be up this Friday, and then we'll see. So that's it. That's all I had for today. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you leave me a comment. I always love to hear from you. Take care. I see you soon. Bye bye for now. And if you have a second, watch this little video right here.